Well, where was I? I was about 18 or 19, I think, at the time. So I had left school. Um, School was not a particularly enjoyable time for me. I'd always been a worker. I like to be out working, doing things. I think I started earning my own money and going out to work when I was about 13. So I used to work every morning, I used to work weekends, I used to work nights. So schoolwork was a little bit of a, how do you say, used to get in the way a little bit. I can remember now one Sunday, in them days, it was just a newspaper. We went through the newspaper and picked out all the jobs with company cars and wrote to them, and I got a job very quickly as a sales rep with a car. So that was the start of the glass trade. And as we all know, it's here I am 46 years later, still in it, just. The bit that I remember, it was so exciting because once you left wherever you were, your house, your home, the factory, you went out, you were by yourself. There was no phones, no mobiles, no emails. You were literally out there by yourself. So you couldn't ring anybody to make decisions. Oh, what about this? What about that? You literally went off on a Monday morning, and I used to go back into the office on a Friday afternoon. And you knew you had to go back with some orders. Out on the road for 2 or 3 years. And in that time, I think I got to the point where I'd built up enough business. There was enough business coming in from what we could manufacture. So the focus then went away from selling and went into the what we all deal with now: quality, service, recruitment, building teams. So it brought me into the factory. I should have been out selling, but then I ended up coming back inside, sorting things out. Why isn't this done? Why isn't that done? And the manager at the time said he offered me the position to come in and be a manager, to manage the sealed unit department. I think anybody can be a manager, a good manager, because you learn, all the concepts of management, and you can be taught that. Now, I don't think you can be taught to be a leader. There are certain people who, through their own personality or the way they do things, people like to follow them, like to do things for them. They tend to be good motivators, fair, and really, I suppose a good leader can get people to do things without having to push them. They just want to do it. It was right above a ballroom, so the glass had crushed down and damaged it. So we got approached by another builder to say we could do it. I had a really good right-hand man when I was at Hereford Glass. Glazing was very new to me, especially projects like that. But I had a guy who was very, very knowledgeable about making things happen. And what we had to do was, each pane of glass in this dome was literally like, every curve was different. So with it being elliptical and like half an egg, every curve was a different radius. And I can remember I must have been through 2 or 3 joiners and joinery companies who tried to do it and couldn't do it. And I'd taken the job on, so couldn't find a joiner who could, with enough skill, to make the templates. I eventually did, and each one, I can remember when the lorry came, a big lorry came to take the templates away, and it filled the back of the lorry. And I think from memory, it went all right. There was a few that didn't line up. There's a few gaps where, even in them days, silicon came in very handy, and extra LED flashings and things. But it did. It's one of those jobs where you sweat a lot and you have a few sleepless nights until it's done. But it was another great learning curve. Yeah. What convinced me was meeting Mark Mitchell and Gary and Angus and David Mitchell and Martin Phillips. Yeah, that was the directors at the time. Yeah, all seemed very exciting. Yeah, and lovely people. It was great to be part of the development of Exeter and that area, and going out and finding all the new business for your Exeters and then the Warminsters and Froomes and the Yeovilles, and being part of that. That was a really exciting part. But I think going back to probably the Langage thing, it was, I always think, you know, that was a great thing that I was part of and played a big part in it. So, you know, to actually get that business up and running and get it and finding its way forward. I always think back on that as a challenge that was, I did enjoy. Yeah. Angus, bless him, I've known Angus for a long time, and I think we'll miss our daily little put the world to right chats and support. I think that's the thing. When you're making it, even as directors, you've got to make decisions every day, haven't you? I think over the years, Angus and I have always had a little chat about, you know, customers and prices and shall we, shan't we? How do we get over this one? How do we sort this thing out there? So yeah, that one springs to mind for definite. And then all the other guys and girls that I work with, I wouldn't want to single them out, because I will miss them all. Very much so. I will. Yeah. It's been rewarding. I've enjoyed it. I'm very grateful for that. I've had redundancies. I've worked for companies that hasn't worked so well, and all the normal sort of things that happen. But all in all, I'm very grateful that I've been part of an industry that I've enjoyed. I've been in a business that I've enjoyed. I will miss the not being involved, being part of something. You know, when you've been part of something all your life, you're thinking about it day and night, aren't you? You go to bed thinking about it. Sometimes you wake up thinking about it, because you're part of it.